Yeah. That is a common sense of Korean. This apartment is a kind of symbol of modernization. You know, if someone lives in the rural areas, most of family members lives in the house, like your country, so British, isn't it?
I mean, it's not true.
But
There
There
are
are
lots
lots
in
of
the
apartments now, like
Yeah.
in my hometown as well. But
They look really, again, I think they look really strange when you see the middle of the countryside and then just some big white spot.
yes,
Uh,
it's kind of
Yeah.
simple,
Yeah, simple, yeah.
like,
Yeah. It's a different sense of, yeah. First, you know, after move to Namyang City, I'm just attracted by the nature, you know, landscape kind of that. So I visited lots of places of model house, independent, you know, house style. But whenever I visited there, it struck me as some question. Oh, if in this forest there's some inferno or some fire was you know, engulfed my house, how can we process work? It's very lots of questions. Yes, it comes to my mind. For second question is security matter. How if you know my wife's just living all time in the house, if some other you know bandit or some other bad guys come to my house and broke the windows, steal something, oh how we can proceed? Because most of things must be finished by ourselves for protecting by ourselves.
You think apartments are safer?
Yeah, in the case is that, you know, normally the Korean people didn't have any job in the house for more gardening or some cutting the grasses. That is a little bit kind of patchwork, you know. It's very hard to manage it. If I move to that places, I must do something, lots of things in every weekday, weekend, you know. So it also, you know, it gives some bothersome. It struck many things too. So I, you know, discourage my wife, even though she want to plant, yeah, some houses. But also she agreed for my, you know, the opinions. Several reasons. It's a kind of different lifestyle. We Korean people don't have any culture to raise the dogs and cats like that. In the other places, most of people have make the habit to plant or raise the cat. It's a different culture base, I think so.
But it's a big craze, especially recently when people want their own home and they want to renovate their home and they want to decorate and they want to make it really nice. And
yes.
It's like a big.
So one thing more I want to point out is that you know, the firstly, you know, 10 years ago, the Bundang area, local area, totally rural areas. Most of field and is they're just surrounded by fatty field. So many the bad smell was spread, but it was totally changed after the government measurement to the build the wide range of apartment complex. So many people just moved from the Seoul to Bundang area, and the Bundang area nowadays one of the well now known city of Medici peoples. If one of the apartment complex was built and developed, and then there are lots of good consequences followed, such as commercial district, education, the facilities. It makes some new city more, from the developed, already built city is very hard to change to modernize. But after day by day, developed by the government, new development project, it's also made the new style of the lifestyle modernization, the building. So many people just enjoy those, lifestyle. But if the government proceeded as a house-based the development, probably the commercial district is not touched to develop to such like this base. Yes, probably. And furthermore, the U.S., the house price was very downturn. So many prices is just primitive. I think the Korean apartment a little bit slowed just the price downturn, not severely primitive. I think that is because Korean apartment developed, by the base. In this case, it gives some benefit to the realtor's office. Realtor's office can easily exchange those apartments because one of the prototype can exchange by that apartment is same. Those large base of the customers can buy and rent because there was prototype and just one time vigilant, how can I say, just contracted the apartment and lease easily compared to the US or, in the house case, it needs to lots of checking from the, weathering system and inside the sewage system because it's very impossible to figure out what the problem it has. So, but in the apartment, it almost problem, something checked where by the realtors with so many, it's a kind of the lucrative business. Also gives some benefit.
They're not really expensive to buy though.
Yeah, that's the main reason in Korea. In fact, the reason why the apartment is overperforming in Korea, I think is because the Korean people not only buying the apartment for living, but also embedded the intention of investment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Investment.
Yeah, investment. Yeah. Most of people moved, but they extend their apartment pyong by this appreciated apartment money. Normally the house or villa is not appreciated not much than apartment because apartment is most easier, the exchange than other the start of the it's most highly turnover rate. It was even if a U.S. apartment, U.S. house was substituted to the apartment, probably Korean people or speculator or investor can invest that place, even though there is rural areas. But house is very hard to deal by themselves.
Well,
It's
now,
an
really,
investor's mind.
now is a really good time to buy.